Hi, this is Stephen Brower from Raton Valley Community College. This is for CSIT 256, Computer Architecture and Assembly Language. And this video is intended for those that have never used Canvas before. If you have used Canvas before, just go into Canvas and look for the course over video and the course over module. But if you've never used Canvas before, you're in the right place. So first I want to show how we get into Canvas. And I have here the school website, ratonvalley.edu up. And one place here near the top, this RVCC logon, brings you to Lion's Den, the login for Lion's Den, where you enter in your G number and your password. At the bottom of the page, there also is here a link for Lion's Den as well. Once you log into Lion's Den using your G number and your password, your view is going to look similar to this, and there will be a tile for Canvas. Once you click on the tile for Canvas, you should see the lists of the courses that you have. Now, I'm not showing my look because, well, it'll just be confusing. You should see a tile like this on your dashboard in Canvas, and you click on that. Then it will bring you to the starting page for our course. So what I use the module list as the landing place for the course. And so that's this center part right here. This is the list of modules. I'll scroll down then in a second. On the right-hand side, these would be the things that are due in the short term. And what will happen is as you submit something, it'll disappear off the list. On the left-hand side, I want to point out the syllabus tab, which I will go into in a little bit. And the syllabus tab, well, one will show the syllabus. The other thing is it shows all the assignments chronologically for the semester. Okay, so these modules, how are they set up? Well, the first week is a little bit different because of the wrinkle. What I do want to scroll down to is, I'll look at the second week here. So the week of 9/6, what most of the weeks will have is we'll say week of, and this is actually the Tuesday, not the Monday, since our class does meet Tuesday, Thursday. When it says week of 9/6, that's Tuesday 9/6. What would be here under it would be pages that have, I'll click on them in a moment, pages that have information for the chapters. So the chapters are listed. We'll be looking at 2 chapters next week. And then since we meet both Tuesday and Thursday, then this would be the assignment for Tuesday. This would be the assignment for Thursday. And the following weeks, and since would be similarly, it's just that some weeks, like this one here, there actually are 2 chapters grouped together because they're related. Don't freak out. But then it lists the assignments that are due. Since our first homework isn't due to 9/13, and in class in 9/6, I will go over the submission of the homework. Okay, so let me just scroll back to here, and we can get a peek of what we'll see. I'm going to pick the second one. Well, actually, no, I can pick the first one. I'll pick both. So I'm going to go click into this Stallings Chapter 2 Performance Concepts. And what's here are, these are the PDFs that are the slides that accompany the chapter. And there's 2 per page and 6 per page. The idea, if you're going to be printing, use the 6 per page, because if you print double-sided, you would get 12 slides for a piece of paper. 2 per page would be if you're viewing on the computer. Now, there is the Chapter 1 overview for the first week, where I have a video that will go through using those PDFs. So in terms of navigating the PDF, you'll see that in the Chapter 1, the Stallings Chapter 1 video, which isn't loaded yet. Some Stallings chapters will have additional resources here, and sometimes there may be a key slide or 2 that I emphasize that I know we're going to refer to, or there would be additional notes that I have. those would be there in addition. Let me just go back here and look at the other one. And so this is for the other book. And there would be the slides here. And then here's an example of some addendums. So I actually have some pictures and some PDFs as meant to be an addendum to what's here. What will happen is the later Irvine chapters, which are the assembly, will have demo files attached. And if I do a demo file in class where I'm writing one from scratch, I'll load that onto the page for the chapter. So this module list, which is in the center here, is a chronological list for the semester. And if I just go to the end, all the way to the end, to our final exam on the 15th. Now, the downside of this is that it's onerous and that it's hard to look ahead because it's such a long list. We'll see the way around that in a moment. So the right-hand side would be shortcuts to assignments that are coming up. Well, I just realized I have the date on that one wrong. I'm going to have to change that. Later when you look, you're not going to see the second one because that second one really should be the 13th. And actually, if I take a look at the 13 assignments, yeah, it's listed. I just have the wrong date. Good thing I'm doing this video to catch my errors. But anyway, as you complete things on the right-hand side, they will disappear. So let's look at the left, the syllabus tab. So there's three things going on the syllabus tab. There's this top piece, there's this bottom piece, there's this side piece here. The top piece has links to these documents. The first one here, which I'll download, is the syllabus for the class, and the syllabus has policy info. In the course overview, I will go into a few key things here, but one thing you can see is it shows the books. Anyway, it's the course overview video. We'll go in a little more detail on this. The second one, which I won't download, has school policies. And the third link here is the class schedule that we're going to be using for the course. And this is, it's chronological the same way that the module list is, but it's more concise. And so here, in a sense, we can see, a good chunk of September. So it's easier to look ahead on this view. Now, these are not hyperlinked, but it's just the thing that you can reference and kind of see what's coming up. So that this week we're covering this week we're covering this, kind of looking ahead. And if you're panicked wondering when the first exam is, it's almost easier to scroll ahead and then see, okay, the first exam is October 11th, and oh, look, there's going to be a review for the exam the week prior. Now I've had some students, you don't have to do what I'm about to suggest. I had some students that chose to print on paper this schedule and check off it as the semester progresses. When class meets on September 6th, I will be passing out a paper copy of this so that you will have the paper copy, so you can choose not to print. You'll get a paper copy. But for those who can't wait, if you're bored this Labor Day weekend and looking for what to do, you can go and print it to your heart's delight. Okay, I'm a little bit silly. I apologize. Okay, so that's the top part here of the syllabus tab. One thing that is in this syllabus here, I'm going to scroll down, are the grading determinants, or what is the weight of everything for the course. It should match. On the right-hand side here, it shows the weight of the different items. So what will happen is the items that are worked on for the semester will fall into some different groups. So it's kind of like the homework that's here falls into the homework group. The architecture lab that's here falls into the architecture lab group. The assembly lab that's here falls into the assembly lab group. And that exam one that we saw falls into, well, there's one exam in the exam 1 group. But it's a way you can quickly, at a glance, see the weight of things. So then the bottom center part, this long list here, this is a chronological list of all the assignments for the semester. There is a jump to today button, which, since right now this is before the first item that's due, that's not going to help. But later when it's October, so if it's October 1st and you hit jump to today, it would snap to, well, about here. It would snap to October. So that'll help later in the semester. So if you know that there's an assignment due that you want to work on, that does mean there's 3 places to find it. One is you can find it from the syllabus tab here. Back, go home again. On the home, on the right-hand side, if it's near the time that it's due, it should be in the top of the to-do list. And if you scroll down here and scroll to the appropriate date, you can see the assignment there as well. So there's going to be, it's not loaded yet, but I will be putting up a video associated with this chapter 1. And that one, I'll actually open the PDF and I'll go through it as I talk a little bit about. So that video will go through the navigating. Because our first homework isn't due to 9:13 and we meet in class in 9:06, then on 9:06 I'll go through the steps of how to submit the homework. So again, this was meant to be a brief overview of Canvas for those that have never seen it. I showed how you can get in. So from the school's website, at the top there's the RVCC logon. At the very bottom of the page, there also is a link to the RVCC logon, the Lions Den logon. Lions Den, you use your G number, your password to log in. Once you log in, you're going to click on the Canvas icon. Once you click on the Canvas icon, you'll have a series of tiles, of which one should be the tile for this class. And when you click on the tile for this class, you'll be brought to our module list. And again, the module list, it's a very long chronological list of the entire semester. That's where there'll be pages that have slides. There's links to the assignments. The right-hand side is a shortcut for the most recent assignments, or the most recent assignments that will be due. And then the syllabus tab has the list of just the assignments, and it also has the link to the syllabus document, which does have our book, and the schedule. Okay, so the course overview will go a little bit more on how the course will be structured. This was just meant to give you an orientation for Canvas. All right, have a great Labor Day weekend.